Hello, everyone, and welcome to the darkness. Welcome to the place where dreams are shattered and where true horrors are revealed. Welcome to the place of your true fears, your true nightmares, and maybe, possibly, your true discoveries. Do you feel broken? Do you feel hurt? Do you feel kicked away from society and forgotten? Well, guess what? Life is never fair. Nor is it merciful. Life is what it is because it's meant to be. See, I am not a man, but a mere being, a mere form of whatever it is you wish, whatever it is your heart desires. But let me tell you, what you desire in the dark always comes to the light. And it always comes at a cost. Am I right? Am I right? You think that the world owes you a living. You think the world owes you dividends. Well, I gotta tell you the truth. The world doesn't owe you a thing. The world doesn't owe you shit. You owe yourself. You owe you. You don't owe them. Because at the end of the day, what are they going to do for you? Huh? What do you really, truly get out of this little scheme, little scam called life? What do you really get out of it? Where do you really benefit from it? Huh? What? Moralistic, what? Moralistic contentment? What? Fame? Fortune? Lots of money? What do you really get out of it? What do you really benefit from it? Think about that for a moment. What do you really get out of this life? Hmm? Do you get a hard time? Or do you get a good swift kick in the pants? Or do you get a lift up? Or do you decide to lift yourself up? To get yourself up? To support yourself? That's very, very difficult to do these days. Because everybody wants to depend on everybody. Everybody wants the quick and easy fix. Nobody wants to work anymore. Nobody wants to be dedicated anymore. Well, to achieve true accomplishment is to be dedicated, is to put your all into everything you do. When those people that you trust and know are sleeping away in their beds, you are busy working. You are busy forging your future. Think about it. Well, all these other Hold on one second. Let me see if I can adjust this mic. I know it's sounding really, really low right now. I could tell. Let me see here. Looks like the mic is doing just fine. Yep. Wow, it adjusted quite quickly. Okay, we'll deal with that. But still, everybody wants something. There's not one man or woman anywhere in the world that doesn't want something, that doesn't need something, that doesn't want and literally crave something to happen. Well, what if it does? Then what do? You crave something else. And then what if that happens? You crave something else. And you keep craving and craving more and more like a crack addict. Until you wind up strung out. Strung out on your own pride. Strung out on your own ambitions. Strung out on your own selfish endeavors. And you know what you get at the end of the day? You get a whole pile of useless garbage that you yourself generated by not stepping back and saying thank you to the people that got you there, to the remembering where you came from, remembering where the primordial ooze that you erupted from. That's one thing that you are failing to understand, my friend. See, the world doesn't give you support. The world doesn't give you a pat on the back. No, it doesn't. Even if you'd like for it to do. No. You have to lift yourself up. You have to hold yourself up. You have to push yourself to the limit. Only then, when you look back on everything that you've done, everything that you've accomplished in your life, you could see, gee, I accomplished a lot. Because why? Because I never gave up. I never gave in. I never bowed down to anyone. While everybody was sinking and literally just wallowing in their own self-absorbedness, we were all sitting pretty right here. Just doing our own thing. Being our own person. With me, I thrive myself in unpredictability Because why? Nobody knows what I'm going to be doing from one time to the next, from 1 minute to the next, from 1 second to the next. I pride myself on very, very good unpredictability. Because it's not just a cover. Unpredictability is the best way to confuse your enemies. Think about it. People are semi-focused on one particular target, on one particular thing. And when you take that away, what do they have to focus on? What do they have to concentrate on? Absolutely nothing. You see, I understand what it's like to be thrown away. I can understand what it's like to be rejected. I can understand what it's like to be shunned by all the world. But guess what? You really think that bothers me? You really think that triggers me? You really think that really irritates me? No, it doesn't. Because like it or not, I have confidence within myself. I have confidence with who I am, who I chose to be. That's enough, isn't it? Whatever happened to the good old days? The good old days of, at first, you don't succeed. Try again. Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to those simplistic days? People have to make them so complicated. It's crazy. And I kind of like that. I kind of like craziness. I kind of like psychoticness. I grew up in a world that's crazy, that never makes sense. Isn't that what it all is? Nothing in this world ever makes sense unless you mold it, unless you shape it, unless you forge your own destiny, your own will, your own life that sits right there in front of you, day in, day out, begging to be molded, begging to be shaped, begging to be turned into the thing that you want the most. There's only one thing that people want most in this world. And it's totally different from everybody. Everybody wants something in this world. But what they don't realize is that you have to work hard to get it. Anyway, sorry about that. Like I said, it's not that hard to forge your own destiny. It's not that hard to dare to be your own person. It's not that hard at all. It just requires sorry, folks. Had a little bit of technical difficulties, but I got them all straightened out now. So, but anyway, like I said, a lot of hardcore dedication, hard work, and perseverance bring reward. And also, what changes your environment changes you. Think about it. Imagine you actually not giving a shit about what people think, about what people do. Imagine you being a whole entire different person. Being a person that the world never expected you to be. Because you are the true monster that they created.
And now you are untouchable. Now you are unstoppable. Now you are the one that is impenetrable. That's got to account for something, right? You know, because we all feel bruised in one way or another. We all feel broken. We all feel that the world has nothing left. But I'm going to tell you something. You've got a fire within you. A fire in which the world has never seen. And fire burns, doesn't it? Fire hurts, doesn't it? And fire also burns with an intensity that nobody can comprehend. Am I correct? And I'm going to sit here for a little while. And I'm going to let all of this information kind of mull over what I just told you. You ever want to know the definition of insanity? Is exactly what I'm doing. But now I'm trying to word this terminology correctly. The definition of insanity in an insane world. A sane person must appear insane. I think I worded that right. Let me see if I can try it again. In a insane world, in other words, all right, I think I know the wording correctly on this. I'm a sane person in an insane world. There we go. That's more like it, isn't it? That's the more of the wordage that we're going for. Because, after all, it's not about money. It's about sending a message. And sending it correctly. So I'm going to part to you with this. The minute you think you're going to give up, the minute you think you don't have what it takes, listen to what that fire tells you on the inside. Listen to what that inner voice says to you. And you know what it says? Don't give up. Keep trying. Keep striving for greatness. Keep striving to be more than you ever thought possible. Strive looking forward, never looking back. Believe in yourself and believe in your ability to succeed, to your ability to become something that the world is afraid of, to become something unstoppable, immovable, so that you can accomplish anything with just one flick of the finger, just like that.